Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Volker's desolation. Matron Frigg. I doubt she'd have been pleased to see me here, in a place that belonged only to her and those who came before. The Volkers say she cursed them and left, that Mater herself hid her tracks so she could never be found. They're wrong. At least about finding her. She may be gone, but her presence is everywhere. You just need to follow it. You've seen it by now. On Avalon, the weirdness is always there. Thick in some places, thin in others, but never truly gone. And everyone leaves their mark on it. Some faint, some strong, but someone like the Volker matron, she'd leave a trail bright as a blaze. You just need to find it. First, you'll need to sharpen your senses to the weirdness. I have something that can help, but before you set out, I want to ask a favor. When you find the totem, don't go running straight to Angsvar. Bring it here instead. If a new matron takes her place, these doors will close to both of us forever. And I need to know what's behind them. I'll repay you, I promise. Answers and more. Excellent. I can hardly wait. Here, ether bloom. Woven with ethereal cobweb and just a hint of wolfsbane. You'll need to smoke it. Be brave. Why, chasing mysteries, of course. You know what I find most fascinating about the Volker? Almost all of them carry the faint scent of the weirdness. The traces of it run through their veins, like tiny sparks lighting them from within. That caught my curiosity, so here I am, trying to satisfy it. Angsvar let me stay because the pillar glowed when I arrived, and everyone decided it meant something. Salvation, a new beginning, anything to pull them out of this mire. I turned out to be none of those things. So I promised him I'd at least try to figure out how to open these damn doors without the matron's totem. So far, I've failed spectacularly at that too. There's no priestess, no goddess, and barely any believers. Hardly enough to call it a temple, is it? Faith breaks so easily. That's why we don't believe in locking it away in buildings. Or people, for that matter. Other than their famous battle rage being less about their goddess's wrath and more about the weirdness churning behind these doors? Not much, sadly. The mysteries just keep piling up as they always do. Speaking of which, there's something I want to ask you. You're not one of my kin, yet you almost feel like one. It's a bit distracting. Tell me, what's your secret? Fair enough. Keep it then. I won't pry. I'll just sit here and stew in my curiosity. I'm getting used to that out here.
Watch yourself. Watch out.
It's always a pleasure to see you, fellow outsider. What brings you here today? Oh, now that is exciting. But please, the honor should be yours. You're the one who put in all the hard work, after all. I'll be right behind you. Oh, you're back. I tried following you, but the door shut right in front of my face. Almost on my nose, to be honest. Maybe I could go in now, but first I'd rather you just tell me what happened in there. A Four-Dweller? Ah, so it's just as I suspected. But why would a Four-Dweller be in what's supposed to be the Temple of Meter? Angsvar told me the pillar in the village was ancient, and that back in the day, it would blaze scarlet with Mater's true fury. But we both know that it simply reacts to creatures touched by the weirdness, and it hardly ever blazed for either of us. That's because it's tuned to react specifically to the Four-Dwellers. I know that Alrita fought alongside King Arthur against them, but it still doesn't explain why this one tribe has a pillar like that. Oh, I see now. According to the Volker legends, the first berserkers were born on the battlefield during the war with the Four-Dwellers. Mater was supposed to lend them her anger and strength, but maybe the truth is far more visceral. Blood has power. The Druids always knew that. And the blood of a Four-Dweller must have been the purest weirdness, the purest intent. If you believed it could make you invincible, then that's exactly what it would do. Maybe, once. It could have been a captive, brought here by the Dalrita and hidden in the vault. But there's no way it survived for 600 years, being bled over and over again. Nothing could endure that. At least, I hope not. I think it's an apparition of the weirdness. Same with the blood. But with intent that strong, sustained for so long, it's probably indistinguishable from the real thing. Well, I can't say for certain. Although personally, I don't believe she's truly on Avalon. As for the potion, her wrath isn't really hers. It's born of the weirdness. That's why so many of the Volker still have its traces coursing through their veins. Once someone drinks the potion, it stays with them. But that much weirdness all at once for someone so unprepared? Well, it can't be good for them. No wonder other tribes thought they were madmen. And no wonder there are so few left. You will do with this knowledge what you see fit. Angsfar and I, we've had our differences. I doubt he'd believe me. And honestly, I'm not brave enough to try to convince him. Now, I promised you a reward. I'll give you something he refused, but it might be of some use to you. I've managed to create a recipe for something similar to their potion. It's not as potent, but now that I know what it is, it's far less damaging to the body. Take it. You look like you've still got a long journey ahead of you. The potion is sacred to the Volker. What I've made isn't. He worried that instead of giving his tribe a new purpose, it would only hasten their decline. And I think he might have been right. Don't mention it. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I think I'll stay here for a while and see how things unfold. After that, I'll find another mystery to chase. Who knows? Maybe our paths will cross again, fellow traveler in the weirdness. In the meantime, try not to get into too much trouble. Unless it's something interesting.
With our luck, it couldn't have ended any other way. But the totem, was it with her? If so, we can at least name her successor. Could it be that Mother is finally smiling upon us? Thank you. Feels like seeing the first light of dawn after a night that refused to end. But this isn't the end of our misfortunes. Elspeth, the girl chosen to be the next matron, took her own life today. Threw herself onto the rocks. Hard to say. It's been a dark time for all of us. But maybe she had her own burdens. Ones we never saw. Shame she chose such a dishonor. Shame she did it. Certain. She was well liked. Nobody would have had anything to gain from her death. And I refuse to believe that any Volker would kill their own kin. Especially not a matron-to-be. We need a matron. And if she won't name one, I'll have to do it myself. It goes against tradition. But I don't have a choice. Maybe you should check Elspeth's hut. See if she left any notes or hints about who should follow her.
What do you want? Unless you can tell me where my ear is, I got nothing to say to you. My woman, she ran off into the forest and left me behind. You're a stranger, so you wouldn't understand what a stain on Dalriada honor it is to lose your woman like this. So now, I just sit here, staring into the bottom of this mug, hoping one day I'll drown in it. That's all there is to my story. Why should I tell you? I don't even talk to my own kin about it, let alone some outsider. Well, since you put it that way, sure, we can talk. Aira. Well, after our matron left, and took the recipe for the Berserker potion with her, something changed in Era. She became obsessed with recreating the formula. I hate to admit it, but I got caught up in it too. I think so. Poor Era didn't have much talent for alchemy. Her ambition far outpaced her skill. We tested every concoction on ourselves. They always left me weak as a wet rag, but Era, she got stronger. But her mind, it broke. She became more unpredictable than ever. One day, after another fight, she hit me over the head, hard enough to knock me out cold. When I woke up, she was gone, just like that. Of course, the fiercest in the Volker tribe. Kids used to fight over who'd get one of us as their father for the trial. Those were glorious days. Well, they're long gone now. Oh, I've tried. Over and over. But every time I got close, she'd hide. I know she was there. I could feel her out there. But she wouldn't let me see her. Maybe she knows something I don't. Maybe she's waiting for the right moment to come back. My poor, wonderful Era. Start here. I saw traces that she'd been there. As a network of tunnels most people wouldn't dare to enter, but Era loved that place. She'd go there whenever the kids or the tribe got on her nerve. I'd give everything I have to bring her back. No matter the madness, anger, or whatever it is that's taken her. She's my Era.
He'd be the first I'd like to kill. But without my husband and without my calling, I don't know what would happen to me if they'd cast me out. Well, I'll manage somehow. I've survived one heartbreak with Meder. I'll survive another. Now, please, just leave me alone. I don't believe Meder was speaking to him. And I know what I'm talking about. Before I got married, my greatest dream was to become the Volker matron. But I believe that he believed it. That's why they thought he was mad. If I had become a priestess, Tega would still be alive. I would have loved him from afar, but at least he'd still be here. It's hard not to. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I missed some symptoms, signs that his illness was getting worse. It's nice of you to try and comfort me, but I need to deal with my grief on my own. Though I'll admit, right now, I'd gladly kill half of my tribe. Especially those who refuse to grant him a good death. Maybe he was. He definitely hadn't been himself lately. You see, my Tega was never a particularly pious man. I sent him to appease Mother with an offering once when my health began to fail. I won't lie. I was frustrated with my own weakness because going to the temple had always been both my duty and my joy. But Tega went there because he loved me deeply. That's when it all started. I recovered, but he kept going to the temple, sometimes multiple times a day. He said Madder was speaking to him and that it was his duty to listen to her. He said the fate of our marriage and the fate of all the Volker depended on it. The problem was he started taking all the food we had and we began to go hungry. That's when the real arguments started. So what fate of our marriage was he even talking about? Now that I think about it, it was such a stupid reason to fight. I should have gone with him, found out what he was talking about. But what's done is done. Teague is dead. Go ahead if you want to. I've been there myself, but Madder didn't say a word to me, as you can probably imagine. But who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe there really is something that reveals itself only to the chosen. If you find it, kill it for me, in Teague's memory. I'd be lying if I said it's the dream of every little Volker girl. It's the most respected position for a woman in our tribe. But it's also the heaviest responsibility. If Madder's voice truly exists, it doesn't speak with words. You feel it in your soul. It's a calling. And her voice was screaming inside me. I truly wanted to give myself to her. But the elders decided I wasn't fit for the role. And then there was Tyga, whom I learned to love in time. Easy or not, it was my calling. And I truly believed I was the right choice. But the elders said I was too hot-headed to bear that responsibility. Me? Hot-headed? Can you believe that? I'm just being honest. There's nothing wrong with wearing your heart on your sleeve. If every Dilrida was as honest as I am, our tribes would have united and supported each other long ago. No one's going to try and convince me otherwise.
Blessings. No matter, as you've probably guessed, I'm frail. That's what they call me when they cast me out of my tribe. I took refuge here because I thought it best to hide in plain sight. Please, don't turn me in. I'll die out there in the wilderness. Nothing wrong, I swear. I take some offerings from the altar when no one's looking. But no much. Just enough so nobody notices. Sometimes people come seeking comfort, and some want to hear Mather's voice. I'm no Mather, but I can't turn a blind eye to her suffering soul. But you don't look like a Volker to me. I'm no wrong, am I? Perhaps you'll grant me the mercy I won't find among the tribes. I'm no harming anyone here, I swear. Tige. Such a poor, good boy. So misunderstood. He'd give his life for his wife. But I doubt she knows that, because the poor lad can't get a word in edgeways. Oh, she's always complaining that she'd sacrifice herself to Mather for him. But between you and me, she was never fit to become a princess. Too eager and aggressive. And Tige, he's such an honest man, truly. He could have done better. What do you mean? Dead? What happened? Oh, I've been so worried about him. He's been gone for so long, but death... Oh, Tige. Oh, what a tragedy. It's all my fault. I should have stayed quiet. Oh, what have I done? I thought I was helping him. He would come to me, talk about his problems with Helmi. I helped him the best I could. I comforted him, like a good mother should. Mather is our mother. I just wanted to help her out. Give that nice boy some hope. In honor of my own children, who now gaze upon Mather's face. My fate is now in your hands. I wouldn't be able to best you in a duel. What is your decision? Thank you. Oh, thank Mather. I promise I'll be as quiet as a mouse. No one will hear a word from me. May Mather's light shine over your path.
So my Tega never lost his honor. He was deceived. At least now he can rest in peace. His name no longer stained by madness. Oh, if only I could get my hands on that blasphemous wretch! Tell me, who is she? Have you killed her? Not like I have much of a choice, do I? At least my Tega got his justice. Thank you, outsider. You've done a great service. May Medar guide you on your journey.
I'll be keep.
Blood. Blood. so much blood. Wait! I didn't mean to. Please, hear me out before you strike me down. Yes, it's me. I never meant to attack you. That wasn't me, I swear. It was the substance I took. It must have changed me forever. My husband and I tried to recreate something that was a gift from Mather. Clearly, we offended the goddess so deeply that she cursed me with madness. And madness for a Del Rida is a fate worse than death. Only death can release me from it. My brave Stigr. He just can't let go, can he? That doesn't surprise me. We faced every challenge together. I know he's struggling with my absence. I've heard him calling out for me. But if he knew what I've become, he'd understand. I have no choice but to fight you, hoping it's enough to redeem myself. Damn it all! I can't be the reason my Stigr dies an honourless death. A mad woman and a drunkard. No, that can't be what we're remembered for. And if I don't get better, at least Stigr will give me the mercy of taking me out.
Watchers.
You're back. Thank the gods. Or maybe Mather if she's decided to forgive us. A stranger, but as loyal as kin. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just grateful you brought her back to me. I'll take care of her until she recovers. It's the least I can do. Now, everything will be alright. You'll see.
Wait! I didn't mean to. Big, please. Then
You're back. Honest, I'll take care now.
you? What you doing here? Haven't you done enough? You're the reason Elspeth is dead now. If you hadn't pried into Volker business, she'd still be here. You brought back the matron's totem. We hoped it would stay lost forever, but now the doors are open again and Elspeth's worst fears have come true. No. Frigg had chosen Elspeth's mother as her successor, but then Frigg disappeared and Elspeth's mother fell ill. Everyone feared that even if the totem was found, we'd be left without a matron. On her deathbed, Elspeth's mother named Elspeth as her successor. She never wanted it. But you don't refuse your dying mother, do you? We thought the tribe would eventually move on, find new ways to worship Mather, and leave this madness behind. But then you showed up. And bring down the wrath of the entire tribe on us both? After everything that's happened in Volca, do you really think they'd calmly accept her saying no? They wouldn't care about our plans for the future. Plans that don't involve Elspeth being stuck in the temple forever. To them, it's an honour. This entire tribe is worthless. They all see themselves as Mather's chosen, yet they act like sheep who can't survive without a herding dog. You don't know? They didn't tell you? Being the matron is torment. It only ends in death. When a matron undergoes initiation, it's said she becomes a living vessel for Mather's wrath. It's like drinking that cursed potion. Your veins burn and your mind screams for blood. Our matrons spend their days isolated, barely holding back the berserker madness that threatens to consume them. They rely on calming herbs, meditation, whatever they can, but they need an iron will to endure. Elspeth wasn't like that. She wore her heart on her sleeve. She loved people. She loved the mountains. She wasn't meant to spend her days alone in a dark room, hovering on the brink of madness. I wanted to. I would have become nameless and lived among the non-reader, anything to stay together. But Elspeth, she couldn't. She said she couldn't break the promise she made to her mother. And what about her promises to me? How were they any different? A broken word is a broken word, whether it's to me, to you, or to Mather herself. She didn't want to live without honour. But she died without it anyway, and I couldn't stop her. I couldn't do anything. Yeah, me too. Now you see why we don't like outsiders prying into our business. Here, Elspeth left this letter for you. I found it among her things. She must have written it when word got out that you were looking for Frigg. Take it and go. There's nothing left for you here.
dead by her own hand, rather than serve as matron. How could she do this? We needed her. The tribe needed her. And now what are we supposed to do? The tribe cannot survive without a matron, but I cannot force anyone to take the mantle. We've seen what can happen. Find us a matron stranger. Someone willing. Someone with strength. I can't ask them myself. They will obey. Find us a matron stranger, and I will attend the moot. That's a promise of the Volkir. Yes.
Mather's lied.
Yes. Who? Look, I know this tribe has seen better days, but I'm pretty sure any Volkir would rather become nameless than carry a name like that. Then she should be killed, not honored as a matron. I don't know if you're trying to insult us. Being a matron is about more than just caring for people. You know that, don't you? Mother's love matters, yes. But so does her anger. A matron must be able to hold both within her. And you're telling me some nameless woman can do what one of our own fled from in the most dishonorable way? If I must, you clearly don't understand how crucial this is. A new matron, after all this time, will shape the future of our entire tribe. I can't make this decision lightly. I believe you have a good reason for choosing her, but I need to hear it. Just surviving is what the weak do. We are Volkir. We should be better than that. Mother's blessing has returned to us. What could a woman who so openly admits her own frailty possibly offer? Oh, damn you. Damn you for being right. If the moot calls for war, and we go as we are, we're as good as dead. Maybe we do need a gentler hand. Fine. I'll speak to her. I just hope she understands what she's stepping into. And I remember my promise. I will attend the moot. But what will come of it? Who knows? The other tribes have always treated us with, let's call it caution. Still, Frail won't tolerate any disrespect towards our berserkers. And on that, I stand with her. I gladly see Camelot crushed. But it's time we knew our own worth.
Mather's
Watch out.
what do you what these I no need
I've nothing more. I've no. The center cannot hold, little prince. The fall, it is already here. Step further, and see for yourself. And so you have arrived. I look at you and I feel what you humans call resentment and bitterness. Lies and lost purpose. That is what happened. The Pale Lady managed to create places full of accumulated weirdness. I thought that those were gifts from her. For all those centuries we spent together. A vote of thanks for creating you. But no. After our second meeting, I grasped from the very beginning I was used. All my attempts to weave a new Foredweller. How utterly meaningless it all was. A place that was once my workshop. I spent decades here unraveling the secrets of threads of the weirdness. Eventually, I learned enough about the structure of pure potential to weave life itself. Before that, my kin emerged from the depths of Tuathan, born out of the chaos. We couldn't control that. You, my prince, were my greatest pride. The most beautiful creation I ever wove. Yes, it consumes me entirely. I feel like I want you to die. I regret creating you. I regret that you lived and still live. I regret that your death, Prince, was not final. Regret. 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 So much regret. If you had never come to be, or if the Pale Lady had not desired to have you, none of this would have come to pass. She looked at the humans and wished to be like them. She wanted to be a mother. You too. Everything that has happened over the last 6 centuries, it is all because of you. It has to end. Me? I never wished to be part of something so vast. All I ever wanted was to weave, to gaze into the weirdness and try to understand it. I dedicated my entire existence to that pursuit. But one day, the Pale Lady came to me and asked for you. She set into motion a cycle of events that ended in tragedy. My kind were exiled to Tuathan. Your kind were bound to the myth of one man, the once and future King Arthur. This ends here and now. I'm deeply sorry it has come to this.
Yes? Who have you managed to convince? How did you manage to convince the Twyde tribe? They've always kept to themselves, no matter the hardships we faced. You've done the impossible, and I want to give you an artifact the Twyde tribe once guarded. Here, a part to the king's armor they were tasked with guarding. It will aid you as you face the challenges of the king's threat. Yes? Could it be that the Volker have uncovered the truth about Mother? Unbelievable. Of all the tribes, I thought the Volker would be the least likely to show. Take these pieces of the king's armor, once guarded by the Volker. A gift in return for the help you gave him. May they serve you well in the king's threat. My own brother, and this is the knife he stabs me with. Yes, that's Darvan for you. As stubborn as the hammer he swings in that massive forge of his. Of course they had to choose him as their next leader. And without the Ulfra tribe, I can't see this war happening. They are our best warriors and smiths. We might as well march on Camelot with our bare asses. Yes?
Have a good day.
It does give you some hope, doesn't it? The lanterns make it feel like the farm can breathe again, even if it's just for a while. That's more than we've had in years. I get where Robbie's coming from, but this place is home. It's where our parents tried to build their lives. Leaving feels like giving up on everything they worked for. Have a nice...
Have a good...
Oh, hello there. Good day.
Healing.
Hello.
I envy.
Nice to see you. Good to see the world.
wasn't expecting company.
finished! I'll take it down bigger punch! Give up now! Take that, fool! What a wimp! You're in for a world of hurt! Give up now! Ah, that's what you've got! You survived that! You survived that! That hurt. Good. I've taken down bigger fun. You're finished! This is how it's done! Give up now! You're only making me angrier! You made a big mistake! You're in for a world of trouble! You reek of his cowardice. You've met my son, the traitor. Son a serpent, not a wolf. A shadow has fallen over me, for I raised a traitor. No memories will remain. My name, Frode of Gunvalder, will be scattered by the winds of betrayal. Our stand, a final cry of defiance against Camelot. We fought for our people, for honor, for the old ways, and we fell abandoned to the cold of death. All of it defiled by the flight of a son who left his tribe. A traitor. He called himself a son of Gunvalder, but he left us to die. By abandoning his tribe, he abandoned his true name, One Eye. They call him One Eye now. My son, a traitor, raised by myself. Curse me! A painful truth. Son, a traitor. If anyone ever speaks the name Frode aloud, this is what they'll remember. The father of a traitor and a coward. What a disgrace. Truth deserves to be known, even if it is born in pain. The dead do not forget. The Gunvalder do not forget. Tell me, do you fight with honor, or will you flee as he did? Then let this ruin bear witness one last time.
Bigger foes. You're in for a world apart. Take that, fool! I'm not beaten yet.
made a big mistake! I'll make you pay for that! Give up now! You made a big mistake!
Stop. Don't come any closer. Are you alive? Or a ghost? I don't know. Haven't seen anyone in a long time. Last friend of mine left this cave, what, 5 years ago? Could be more. Hard to tell the time in here. But there, it's just endless damn autumn. But yeah, it's been a while. So maybe I've started to lose it. Thought I'd ask. Politely. I'm the one asking questions here. Though, looking at you now, I won't kid myself. I wouldn't stand a chance in a fight. Name's Sylvius. I've lived here many years now. What? Gods, no. I'm hiding from Del Riata, and since the war's still on, and you don't look like a Riata, I say, welcome. We can hide together. It's safe, more or less. You get used to the dark. At dusk, before the weirdness creeps in, I go out to, well, I hunt. The war with Del Riata started with the Gunvilda lot. But I heard Galahad say he'd bring in reinforcements and push on. And the Del Riata, I used to think they were savages. But even though they do fight like wild beasts, they're just people like you and me. And I'm done helping with this. That's why I'm hiding. I wondered about that too. When the order came, the Del Riata aren't the friendliest neighbors, sure, but they've never done anything to us. And they had a deal with King Arthur. They could rule their lands their way. So why the bloodshed? I thought, and finally it hit me. When you don't know what it's about gold. Or something else worth taking. So I figure those fine knights of the Round Table made a deal to bleed the Del Riata dry and keep the loot for themselves, because it's miserable back in Camelot. The city's nothing like the capital from the old stories. It's a stinking gutter. No wonder they're after coin. Well, since Camelot crushed the Gunvilda, don't know how long exactly, long enough. A few lads and I never got the retreat order. They left without us. We had no choice. We had to hide, had to survive. I made it because I was stubborn. The others, they gave up, walked out, never came back. That's how I know the war is still going. And nothing will drag me out of this cave. What? No, that can't be. I hear battle sounds every day. They're so loud. Feels like the war's going on just over the hill. But the weirdness comes at night. And what happened to Gunvilda Keep? That was a massacre. Maybe it is the weirdness. I've heard it can bring your worst fears to life. Thought that was just stories for kids. I don't know what to think anymore. Who knows? They left me, you know, just left. I've been alone ever since. Alone in this awful place. Too scared to walk more than a few steps from the cave. So many years. And now what? What am I even supposed to do? If I go back home, they'll think I'm a spy. They'll hang me before I say a word. But if I stay, I'll die here, alone. When you leave, I might never speak to anyone again. I'll just rot here in this dark, cold cave. Maybe I will. I'll go back as a beggar. Nobody needs to know who I really am, right? You're right. I'll pack some supplies and start walking. It's a long road home. Thank you for showing up. You're welcome to use this cozy little cave of mine whenever you like. I won't be needing it anymore. Before we part ways, I'll give you the location of a stash left behind by our old legate, one of Galahad's close men. His treasures weren't any use to me, not in the state I've been living in, and I don't have the strength to carry any of it now, so I'm passing it on to you for talking with me. It really helped. Thank you.
out bigger foes. Oh my goodness. What is that supposed to be?
There's no need for violence. Good day.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Hello there. Ah.
Oh. Hello there.
If it's